I'm Eric Gravy, and this is the Gravy Experience. All right, we're gonna plant this tree. We're gonna put some landscaping around it. I just need to figure out where I wanna put this tree first, like placement-wise. So I'm gonna measure out exactly where I want it. I don't wanna eyeball this. I want it to be exactly where I want it. So let's get to that. I'll show you how to do that. So I know I wanna put it in between the inside edge of this post and the inside edge of this post right here. So I need to measure in between those two posts, find the middle of that, which I've already done this. So I know it's 15 feet across. I need to find 7.5 feet in the middle here, and then I want to come out 7.5 feet this way, and then I'm just going to make a landscape bed right here. I'll put the tree dead center, and then I'll probably put some mulch and some flowers or something around it, make it look nice. But let's create that shape right now, and then I'll show you what that looks like. All right, so you can kind of see I made a little border here with the edger. So you want to make this hole a foot wider than the root ball. So what I did is I just made little 12-inch notches out of the dirt here, and I'm just going to dig a hole all around there, and then I'm going to measure how deep this is. You really only need to go as deep as the root ball. You don't want to bury this trunk any more than it already is. And we'll see how packed in these roots are here in just a second when we cut this bag off. All right, so we've got the hole dug. I need to get this bag off. So I don't know if this was grown in this bag or placed in this bag. I'm assuming it was grown here. I got this from a tree farm down the street. So I'm hoping the root ball isn't growing up around the base of the tree. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to kind of water off all the dirt that's on here, break up the root ball so that it doesn't choke the tree out eventually. So let's cut this bag off, pull out your trusty Gerber, and I'll cut this side. Not super compacted, so that's good. But what we want to do is we're going to score the sides of this probably about every 3 or 4 inches, and then we'll score the bottom just so the roots can stop being so compacted and they can grow out. We want the roots to grow out, not around the tree. We want them to search for that goodness, that good dirt, so that we get a good root base in here. So essentially I'm just gonna score this like this. Get caught on a root, it's fine. It's kind of the point. You just want to break this root ball up a little bit, about an inch or two in. Never fails that when I turn on the camera the neighbor starts mowing. All right, that looks good. We also want to be careful to tip this up here. Also want to score the bottom a couple different directions. This doesn't look bad at all. This looks great. All right, we'll put this in the hole.
That's what she said. That's what she said.
Put it in the hole that we dug and see how it looks. All right, so we've got it in the hole. I just moved all the kind of this mulch material that was all around the root ball. I just dropped it back in here. What we don't want to do is compact this at all. We want these roots to be able to flow freely through this area, and so I'm also going to fill it with the rest of this hole with some black poo-poo cow mix. It's got manure in it, so should smell great. And then finish doing that. But what I don't want to do is go over the top of this base here. So and then I'll show you what I'm also going to do is build up kind of a ring around it with this extra soil, this native soil here, so that when I water it, this is on a slope, and so when I water it, I don't want all the water to just run off. I'm going to water it and let that soak into this root ball, and then probably next year I'll probably just knock that lip down. I'm also going to cover this in mulch so that it retains water and all that stuff, but we'll get to that in just a second. Let's get this soil mix down, compost, and fill this in. The back of this, like I said, it's on a slope, so the back of this is higher than the front of this. So I'll probably build this up a little bit right along this mulch bed that I'm gonna have. The line's kind of right here. You can't see it now that I stepped all over it, but I will just take our shovel. We'll kind of just cover the rest of this up with the native soil. Like I said, I don't want to go crazy with this. Just want to build it up just enough so I can cover this compost up, because that will most likely break down over time here. So this will probably sink a little bit. So, all right, let's put some water in here and we'll see how this holds up. I'm gonna do kind of a heavy watering right now because we just stressed the tree out, okay? But we don't want to put this much water in there the next time we water. Probably need to water this every day for the first 4 or 5 days, I would imagine. I don't know. And then see how the water's staying in there, pooling up. That's exactly what I want. Let's let that soak down to where it needs to go. And you can see this little buildup here. It's not a huge deal. I may need to move this landscape out just a little bit in the future, just because once I level that off, it should be fine, but that's quite a drop off for all that mulch. So yeah, let's toss some mulch on here and we'll take a look at the finished product. All right, I think we're done here for the day. Just make sure our trunk isn't covered up here. And one thing about this edge, when there's not grass or grass roots, when you're looking at this edge, it will collapse on you. So eventually when the grass is up next to here, this will stay in place. Also, if anybody was wondering how deep AT&T buries their cable, it's about ½ an inch. So yeah, just check with your AT&T guy and say thanks for burying that super deep so we can plant a tree right here. Had to cut it, had to be done. Oh well, I don't have AT&T. All right, we did it. Check this out. Cue dramatic music. All right, thanks for watching the video. If you guys like this, please hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.